What's up, Peep Squad? Peep Squad is in the building, baby. Please like, comment, subscribe, share the video. It'll be greatly appreciated. Let's get down to the situation. Let's talk about Miss Porsha Williams' new show. Let's talk about Porsha Williams' Family Matters. Lord have mercy. I guess Family Matters and them other people. I was like, Lord have mercy. I know Simon did not call Miss Gina and Dennis other people. Like, Lord, are you serious? So is your former wives and your kids other people to Porsha? Like, that is very disrespectful, for real, for real. I was like, are you serious? Are you kidding me? Oh, yes, he did say that. I was like, no, he did not say that. He said Porsha, and he said it's like a family reunion and other people. I was like, That right there shows you how he feels about Dennis and Dennis's mother, because I guarantee you Simon would not want nobody talking about his children like that, or, his wife's mother and his wives, his ex-wives, talking about them like that. So I was like, okay, this seemed like this is going to be a bumpy road. And it doesn't seem like Simon really appreciates Dennis being there at all, because Dennis is, another focal point of attention. I'm like, Lord have mercy. And, Porsha better be all right that Miss Gina did not bring up, Tanya Sams and them messing around on TV. And thank God she didn't bring up Bolo in the situation, because that would have been like real bad for business, because, they talking about Dennis cheating. And yes, he did cheat. But when Porsha hooked up with Bolo, Dennis dropped her off at Candy Burris' house for the trip, because they went out and they had dinner. So Dennis picked her up early in the morning. No, they spent the night together. Then she went on a trip, and then it was history, baby. So in any event, what's going on, my peeps, my peoples? What's going on, Sexy Lady D? What's going on, Charles? What's going on? Hey, Messy Vlogs. Please check out Messy Vlogs channel. How y'all guys doing? How y'all guys feeling out here in these streets? I was like, Lord have mercy. And what's up with Porsha? Porsha, why won't you give Dennis his robe? Like, why are you trying to hold on to his robe? What are you trying to hold on to Dennis? What do you want to, feel what he still smells like? Do you sleep with that robe? Did the production and the producers put that robe over there in that chair and put his furs around? Like, why are you holding on to himself, especially if he broke your heart, he cheated on you, and then in December, he didn't come back with the ring like you wanted him to? So you said it was over. You should have threw his crap right out the house. But no, she was holding on to it. Did she hold on to it because she knew that he wanted it? Did she hold on to it because she knew he cherished it? Is she holding on to it because, she got something of his? She already got his baby. She don't need to hold on to any of his property. So Lord have mercy. When things go wrong with Porsha, she gonna keep your ish. So Simon, be aware. You play them games like you play with your other wives. With Porsha, she gonna keep your ish, baby. That's just gonna be the situation. That's just gonna be what it is. I was just like, damn, Porsha, won't you let the stuff go? Like, why are you holding on to Dennis stuff? It didn't make no sense. And then Porsha getting really upset and getting really mad that her family members gave back Dennis's stuff. And she was like, you don't have a right to do that. Yes, they had no right to go into your home, Porsha, and take anything that belongs to you. But at the same time, it didn't belong to you. It belonged to Dennis McKinley. And if you're moving on and you're engaged and you happy with Simon, why you need to hold on to anything of, Dennis. Like, it don't make no sense unless you still got something going on with him, as far as you still holding out for him, as far as he still got a little piece of your heart, baby, and he probably always will. So that tells you right there that Porsha Williams is moving too fast, because she has not cleaned up and healed from everything when it comes to Dennis McKinley. Because if any event, you will be throwing his crap out, you'll be waiting to get it out, and you'll be like, I'm starting over, new things, new life, new man, new fiance. So therefore, out with the old and in with the new. And I have to take your stuff and give it back to you, and basically part ways happily. Like, yo, this is your stuff. Here you go. That's just, showing good faith as well, especially if you really want to co-parent. And, Dennis don't have to be on this TV show, because damn, imagine if Dennis wasn't on this show. It wouldn't even be that interesting, because people want to see how Porsha and Dennis interact, and how does, Simon, Porsha, and Dennis, all three of them interact together too as well, because it really wouldn't be a show without Dennis McKinley and his mother, because they are actually the opposition, and you need opposition in the show when you're trying to change people. So like, they're the focal point, but her new relationship is a focal point too, but we're not really getting that much out of Simon, you know what I mean? So in any event, let's get down to the situation. Let's just talk about it, baby. It is what it is. I'm just like, Lord, what is happening? So let's just talk about it. So when it gets down to Porsha, and she got her sister Lauren is feeling a certain type of way about Porsha. She's not liking that Portia's holding on to Dennis's robe. She's not liking that he's holding on to his minks and things of that nature. But in any event, Dennis having minks and having furs, over that Porsha house. Is that why Porsha, book situation was bamboozled, and it was, turned upside down? Because as you guys know, Porsha latest book signing in California, a lady came there screaming and hollering, baby. She was like, the Real Housewives, they wear furs and things of that nature. And so in any event, now you see on this episode, we see furs in this episode. So is there a coincidence, or it just happened? Like, what's going on? But Londi basically is not feeling the way that Dennis McKinley was treated at the barbecue. She felt like it was a whole mess. And actually, when it comes to Londi, she's basically saying that Porsha side of the family are country bumpkins. And she's saying that the way that Porsha Williams, grandmother, that was acting and basically called, Mr. Dennis McKinley playboy out here in these streets. And she was like, that was very disrespectful. It was disrespectful, but when it comes down to, grandma, mom, when it comes down to Big Mama gonna say whatever Big Mama gonna say. She gonna say she been living on this earth long enough to say how she feels and what she want to say. But in any event, it was kind of awkward where you're lifting one up and then also you putting one kind of down. And that's where that situation went, with that barbecue. And like I said, Miss Gina, she could have went in. Miss Gina could have brought up a whole lot of other stuff. Miss Gina could have just been said, well, Diane told me that, Porsha cheated on my son. And why did Miss Diane not even come to Mexico? She gonna come later? Miss Diane, what is happening? You got called out. You got accused of basically saying that your daughter done cheated on her baby daddy, aka her fiance, at one point of time in life. And then you say that, Miss Gina was sitting there lying up on you and lying on your name, and you refuse. All of a sudden you sick and you can't move, you can't come on a trip, when we know you like the TV, when we know you like the camera. So why are you backing away? So it almost seems like Miss Gina could have been telling the truth, because why are you running, baby? Why are you running? Women your age don't run, baby, and they don't hide, especially not for Miss Gina. And I hear that she got on top of her head, and nobody hiding from Miss Gina unless Miss Gina was telling the truth. So do you guys think that Miss Gina was telling the truth, or was she not telling the truth? I'm just like, Lord, what is going on? So we have, and then when it comes to Lauren is just feeling a certain type of way. She really likes Dennis. And, a lot of people are saying, plot twist, Lauren is gonna hook up with Dennis. I hope that don't happen. Lord have mercy, but she's trying to keep an eye on him. She's trying to keep a watchful eye on him and making sure he don't bring no booty to Mexico. That man can bring whatever booty he wants to Mexico. He's there for a purpose, for healing or whatever the case may be. But Miss Porsha got her legs turned up in the air. Why can't he have his legs or somebody else turned up in the air? It don't make any sense. But in any event, it is what it is. But Londi is not feeling, Porsha side of the family, and basically she's calling them country bumpkins, and she's saying that they was raised differently. Like, Lord have mercy, why you putting Porsha family down like that? Ain't that part of your family too as well? Or is she calling it like it is? I was like, Porsha was so ignorant at that table in Mexico. That's probably why Miss Diane didn't come, because she know it was gonna be on and popping. And Lauren is basically saying it's Dennis's stuff. Why can't Dennis have his other stuff? And Londi is feeling like Dennis is still holding a torch out for Porsha. He might be. That's his first baby mama. You know what I mean? And he ventured a lot of things, and he experienced a lot of things with Porsha that he probably won't experience with anybody else when it comes to TV, when it comes to fandom, when it comes to people doing stories on you and talking about you and things of that nature. But Lauren right now, she feels it is really, really weird that Porsha is hanging on to Dennis stuff, her ex, and Lauren is basically saying, I throw my ex stuff out. I'm telling you, I'll be keeping that stuff around unless he's deceased or something like that. But in any event, I was just like, So you guys let me know what you think about that situation. And then so, Miss Londi basically saying her side of the family, her, Liz, and Lauren are basically, the good side of the family. And the other side of the family ain't so great when it comes to Porsha's grandmother and when it comes to her cousin Storm. Did you guys hear what Dennis McKinley said about Storm? He said Storm is baby Porsha. And we found out that Storm was out here. The reason why she don't like Dennis, and the reason probably why Storm was complimenting Simon so much at the barbecue, is because she doesn't like Dennis. And her and Dennis McKinley had it out because she used to work for him, and then she was going around telling people that Dennis wanted to get with her and all this other stuff, and Porsha found out that it wasn't true. So in any event, that's probably why Storm was over there praising Simon when she didn't even know him. Oh, I've never seen you this happy before, Porsha. Porsha's been happy plenty of times. Ask Bolo. Bolo made Porsha happy on TV. I don't know what y'all talking about. She seemed intense with Bolo. She seemed happy over there with Mr. Bolo, baby. It didn't seem like there was a problem at all. She was in it to win it, baby. And she was in it to win it when it came to Miss Tanya Sams as well. So in any event, so now we understand when it comes down to the situation why Storm does not like Dennis, because she said Dennis like to flirt out here in these streets, baby. So that's why she don't like him like that. So I was like, okay, so we're gonna get down to the situation. And then this is the infamous Versace robe that Porsha's in the background dancing. I remember this video. Porsha wants to keep that robe. I don't know why she want to keep the robe. It almost seems like production. I made up the storyline. I wish she was holding on to his bank account. I wish she done had some gold. I wish she done had some of his diamonds instead of a Versace robe and some furs. You know what I mean? Like, if it was more to the situation, it would be a lot better. But in any event, so we have Lauren and we have Londi. Basically, they are going over there to Porsha's house to steal the robe and steal the furs. Okay. This storyline and this plot that you guys put in, whoever wrote this, is not cool. But I don't know what's going on with Londi. Londi got on booty shorts trying to steal something. Like, girl, why you got on booty shorts right now? And then we have Miss Lauren. She has on a see-through shirt. You can see everything she got under that. Like, you guys are fugazi for this. This is so fugazi. Like, Porsha don't know when people's walking up in her house, even though her assistant is keeping her business. But you would think that Porsha was sensitive, so it's all about the TV. But Porsha right now, she looking fierce. She's cooking Simon some dinner, baby, and her hair looks flawless. Her makeup is on point. Her dress looked good on her. I was like, go ahead, Porsha. And Miss Diane is sitting there. Look at Miss Diane. Her hair is laid. I don't know why Dennis McKinley mother hair is never laid, but in any event, it's just never laid. It just be looking like it's a problem. Like there's a situation. And so basically, Miss Diane, she got a problem. She's feeling a certain type of way when it comes to Miss Gina, because she doesn't like how Miss Gina was talking to her mama, and she don't like that situation, and she don't know if she can tolerate or if she can stomach Miss Gina. She finds out that Gina's coming on the trip. She finds out that Dennis is coming on a trip, and she's like feeling a certain type of way. She don't know what to do about it, so she gonna fake sick. Okay, baby, that's what she gonna do. She's gonna fake the games. But in any event, Porsha basically feels like she wants to blend her family together, and she wants to blend her family with Simon, and the rest of her family. But what about Simon blending his family with your family? So if we're gonna have a season 2, are we gonna see Simon's family being blended with your family, or is it just your family as the one that is getting put on Front Street and getting put on a line and getting talked about, while he just sit there like he's the kingpin, like he's pimping out the whole family, like he's pimping out Dennis, he's pimping out Porsha, he's pimping out her mama, he's pimping out her family and everything, while he sit there and basically say that he take care of people, he went to counseling, he did this, he won't even bring up his family, he won't even talk about it. Then he had the nerve to say that Miss Gina and Dennis are other people. Okay, what's going on? I guess they didn't want to sign on. I guess he didn't want to sign on, or it was going to get too messy. Now, that would have been a real show if you would have had Dennis' family on and all of you guys went to Mexico to blend your family together to get along because Porsha is supposed to be the new wife. Okay, but in any event, that did not happen, and that is not going down in this situation. So I was like, yes, sir. I was like, what? And so in any event, so it's just kind of crazy. So we got Porsha sitting here cooking not Dennis, but Simon breakfast, and she's cooking him a Nigerian breakfast. And it's like, damn, Porsha didn't even know the name of the breakfast. She just said, she said on Google, it says Nigerian breakfast. I can't stand you sometimes, Porsha. I can't stand you. And then Porsha, when she runs up to, Simon, she's almost like in a kitty cat position. Like she was on her tippy toes and she had her hands like a kitty cat, like bending them over and jumping towards him like a little kid. And she went over there and she kissed him and everything. I was like, yes, it looks like she's being submissive, but we already seen how she done cussed out Dennis. We done seen that Lauren done said that she's controlling. We done see Dennis say that she controlling. We have seen Londi say that she was controlling. Okay, and Miss Gina. But yet Porsha is telling us that she is being submissive to her new fiance, and that's the way it is. She said she was submissive with her other man, but how long is this gonna last? How is two alpha? He's an alpha and she's an alpha. How is that going to pan out if they don't respect each other and their boundaries? Because Simon looks like he wants to control, and Porsha looks like she wants to control too, because she's trying to control Dennis everywhere. They ain't even together. She's still trying to control Dennis and tell him what to do. He can't bring a girl to the barbecue. And in the event, I wouldn't want him to bring no girl to the barbecue because he's with jump offs. He's not in a relationship. So therefore, she don't need another person out here talking smack and doing interviews and talking about her. She don't need that. But in any event, it almost seems like you're controlling, trying to tell Dennis what to do and how to do it when you ain't even together, unless you're giving him some of that kitty cat. He getting into that kitty cat. He gets some kitty cat. I'm like, Lord, what's up, Essence? How you doing? What's up, Catherine? Catherine, how you doing? Minister, Porsha should have been shamed to like, Lord, I know. For real. That is a situation. I know it is. It's just mess. Ain't messy vlogs. It's just messed out here. For real. Like, what's going on? And so Simon's sitting there and he was like, so what's the name of this Nigerian breakfast? It's like he put her on the spot. Porsha did not know the name of the breakfast. She said it just says Nigerian breakfast. And she's cutting up all them peppers and she's putting them into it. And if she's not a pepper type of person and she gonna eat some of that omelet, eat some of them eggs, why you put all them peppers in there? And so she lets Simon know that she wants him to come to the trip to Mexico, for the family healing. And she also says that Dennis is coming, and he kind of made a face like, okay, like, he was put on the spot, like he felt uncomfortable about it. But you can see Simon showing off his new teeth. You know what I'm saying? He's trying to show off that he got a little bit of muscles going on. His bald head is clean right now. And he's looking at her and he's smiling like, I can't believe you put me on the spot, but we got to do this for this paycheck. We got to do this to get another, season up out of here. Like, we're going to try to make this pop. So in any event, I'm down with it. I ain't bringing my family. It's just me. I'm just going to sit and watch. It's like, come on, Simon, we need you to be more active on this show. But in any event, Simon says that he would like to come on a trip, and he likes the way that Dennis and Porsha are basically co-parenting, and he likes what they're doing, because Simon says that he's co-parenting very well, with his former ex-wives. He said it wasn't an easy road, but he is getting there. But you already know that his ex-wives, one of them, have been out here on the streets basically saying that Simon is not providing financial means for their son to, do different types of programs and things of that nature. So in any event, she's saying one thing and Simon says that everything is going well. It used to be a struggle, but it ain't no struggle no more. So baby, Simon, if it ain't no struggle no more, how come we can't get them on the show? How come they haven't been invited to say what they need to say, how they feel about your relationship with Porsha and Porsha being around their kids? Like, we want to know how they feel. We see Dennis is accepting you being around his daughter. How do your wives, your ex-wives, feel about Porsha being around their children? Like, how do they really feel, without you being in the picture and saying anything? So that should be interesting, but they might not say anything because, he might be still feeding them. In any event, I was just like, okay. So Simon basically is saying that, his situation is working. And Simon says, so we get to Miss Gina, not Miss Gina, but Miss Diane. Miss Diane is feeling a certain type of way. She said that she doesn't know if she really wants to come on the trip because she doesn't want to deal with Miss Gina because how Miss Gina was talking to her mama. But in any event, it doesn't seem like Miss Diane or Porsha feel like their grandmother said anything that was wrong or out of place. I felt like it was okay for her to say that. And so Dennis and his mother were supposed to eat that up and take it. But if the shoe was on the other feet, they would not like it. But in any event, she says she doesn't want to really go because she doesn't want to be around Gina. And then Simon says, well, you can't leave Gina out because if you leave her wondering, that's going to keep her confused. You're going to leave her mind wondering, and Gina should be embraced. Gina should embrace reality. I was like, damn, so you talking about Dennis McKinley mother talking about she needs to embrace reality? So what reality is Miss Gina not embracing? She's not embracing that Porsha has moved on. She's not embracing that she's actually dating you. Well, he could possibly say that because at the barbecue, when grandma stood up and went over there and told Dennis that he is a playboy, and it's not going to work out, it's too late. And then Miss Gina said it's never too late. So that could be why he's saying that Miss Gina is not in reality. Basically, he's saying that they need to accept that he is the new man in Porsha's life, and that is it. And he said, so we all need to go on this trip together because Miss Gina don't know what's going on, so she feels left out, and that leaves her mind to wonder. So he's over here teaching Miss Diane knowledge. So it's like Simon is basically kind of in control of Porsha's side of the family, where he's giving Miss Diane knowledge and he's giving her some wisdom how to deal with the situation. And you think Miss Diane would know more, but no, she don't. So how do we expect Porsha to know more? How do we expect all this from Porsha to have this understanding when her mama is getting tutored by the man that's out here still married at this point when they're shooting this show? So how do we expect Porsha, to even, have a lot of common sense when it comes to this? So it seems like Miss Diane is loop too as well. Miss Diane didn't even eat that food. Simon didn't eat that food. Homeboy, it didn't eat the food. Nobody ate your food, Porsha. What's going on, Porsha? Porsha got cute though. Porsha said, I don't care. Y'all ain't gonna eat my food. I'ma look good while I'm cooking my food. And she damn sure did look good cooking that food. Her hair was laid. Her makeup was laid. She know how to get on TV, right, baby? You ain't gonna be talking about whore. But in any event, it just take a note to that. Simon is giving Miss Diane a pep talk, and this man is already married at this point in time, and then he has two ex-wives. You know what I'm saying? It seemed like she would be able to teach. She would be able to understand more, but he's teaching her. And it's just like, this is probably why Porsha wants somebody to teach her. And this is probably why she's with Simon, because he's very dominant over her. And, he's leading her because it seems like she's not comfortable with leading herself at the way that she was leading herself. So she wanted some guidance, and the guidance that she got was Simon, baby. So I'm just like, Miss Diane, I didn't like that, Miss Diane, that he's sitting there teaching you. It almost make it seem like Porsha ain't got nobody to tell her what's going on, nobody to understand anything that's around her. I'm just like, yo, what's up, Mo? What's going on? I'm like, what is happening? Like, this is crazy. And so I was just like, and Porsha couldn't even eat her eggs. Porsha eggs was burning her mouth. Ain't nobody eat that food. But Porsha tried. Porsha tried. It's the gesture that counts. It's a thought that counts. It's the effort that counts. But in any event, she did it looking good. Her hair was looking good. Her dress was laid. She was laid all the way together. So go ahead, Porsha, handle your business. And so we get Dennis McKinley. You know, Dennis McKinley had to make sure that we see him around a bunch of women. These may be patrons at his restaurant, because I believe this particular scene that took place was in Dennis McKinley's restaurant. He was actually getting some advertisement out the deal. So in any event, you know, he's selling the yak. You know, he got 1,800 restaurants. I mean, restaurants all over the place, from the Midwest, you know, to the city, you know, to the South. But in any event, he's at a table with a bunch of latte. So he wanted us to make sure that we know that he ain't no sucker out here in these streets, and Porsha just ain't, he ain't just worried about Porsha, because he's still a man. He's still, you know, his ego is still kind of hurt, and to make him feel better with his ego is to show that he's around a bunch of women. But in any event, he's also trying to promote his restaurant at the same time, because when, you know, when Porsha, Martin Luther King was out here in the street, her and Dennis was at protests together, and Dennis was out here creating jobs for people that didn't have jobs all over the place. In the middle of the pandemic, he was opening up restaurants, hiring chefs, cooks, security, you know, waitresses, and everything of that nature. You know, he documented everything on Instagram of what he was doing. He opened up all these restaurants. He even got restaurants in New York, and New York is an expensive place to have like a kind of upscale restaurant. But in any event, so Dennis is sitting there looking like he just wants us to know he can still get women. Okay, we know that, Dennis, but that's not the point. And so we got Londi. Londi got on one of his furs. That's why they done went to Porsha's book signing and act the fool, one of the fur people. But in any event, I was like, when it comes to Londi, she's a pretty girl, but all that heavy weave, I know we be like, you need 4 bundles, 5 bundles, but you got too many bundles, and the bundles just don't look right in your head, baby. But in any event, they're trying to convince Dennis to go to Mexico. They don't need to convince Dennis. He's going to Mexico. He just got his restaurant put on national TV on a syndicated show, and he made sure that they showed a little bit of it, because he might not be getting paid. So I wonder what else Dennis is going to place, you know, on this show to get paid. But you got to understand that Dennis has to care for Porsha and his daughter in a certain way, because he could say, F you, Porsha, F you in your show, F all this. I don't want to be a part of that. And then where would the show be at? Because you need a counterpart, because Dennis can't, not Dennis, but Simon can't bring his family on, or he's not willing to bring his family, or his family's not willing to come on, you know, national TV on a syndicated show behind a whole messy relationship of how they got together. You know, we don't know if Simon and Porsha gonna end up happy ever after, but the optics look very different from here. Porsha. So in any event, they're trying to convince Dennis to come to Mexico, and they're gonna give him, you know, his furs and his Versache robe. And why does Dennis still want, like, he can't go buy more? You know, I guess it's the principle. Porsha got her principle, and Dennis got his principle, but it also seems like they're both stubborn as well. And so with that situation going on, they're trying to get him there. And Dennis is like, I don't know. And it was like, it's good. He's like, it's good. It'll be good for PJ, but he don't want to go to Mexico. He don't want to go to Mexico, because he said basically it's going to be a lot of innuendos. There's going to be a lot of hidden agendas. There's going to be a whole lot of negative ish going on. But since he knows his mother's going, Dennis is a mama's boy. Dennis is a down south boy. I think I found out that Dennis McKinley was actually born in Mississippi. So therefore, he going to go there and ride with his mama. So he gonna go there in any event, but he also wants to go there to make sure co-parenting goes well. And then, you know what, if I was a man, I would want to know what type of man that is around my daughter. It seems like he doesn't have a problem with Simon being around his daughter, but he know it's gonna be messy and it's gonna be crazy. And so he's feeling a certain type of way, and he's just thinking about it. But you know, Dennis is going because he's another one. He's gonna go, you know, because he still loves Porsha. And if he's not in love with her, he still loves her as a person. He's going to speak his mind and not put her on a great pedestal on this show, but he's on this show to help Porsha. Like, he don't need this show. He got all his restaurant. It's good promotion, you know, because he's selling the yak, you know, dark dark liquor, and then he has the hair weave line. He has a whole bunch of different things that he's selling, and they are selling without him being on TV, and he's making his money. The last I checked, they said he got 25 million in the bank. They said he made 10 million last year. I don't know if it's true because I haven't seen his bank statement, but that's what the internet statements are saying. So in any event, he don't really need this show. I think he's doing it for Porsha, and he also probably feel guilty for hurting her in the first place, because he doesn't have to be on this show. He's doing this for Porsha, and I think Simon knows that too as well, that there's a bond that they do have, and this is why Porsha feels so comfortable with keeping his stuff, holding on to it, tell him he can't bring a date, tell him he can't do this and that. Like, no, baby, that ain't gonna happen. So in any event, so we're going to see what's going to happen with this situation. And he just feeling like, yo, he don't really want to go, but he ain't going to leave his mama hanging. He ain't going to do that to his mama. No way, no how. And so in any event, he's going to go. He going to act like he ain't going to go. Like Dennis can't buy another Versace robe. He can buy 100 of them. You know what I mean? He can buy 150 of them. He can buy 150 minks. It could be the principle that Porsha's holding on to his stuff off on purpose that keep them bonded together, but it also could just be something that the producers, kicked up. But so in any event, as you see on the screen where they're shooting at, this is actually Dennis's restaurant, in Atlanta. This is his restaurant right here. So, he got his restaurant on the TV show, you know what I mean? And he's sitting up in his restaurant. So that's why I'm saying the women could work for him. They could be patrons or they could be his family members, because he works with a lot of women. And you already heard Porsha say last episode, when her and Dennis was at dinner, that you still messing around, you still working with them people, you still around them people that had you out there in the street cheating. So it could be a number of people that Dennis was out here doing it with, that he still do business when they still come to his establishment. But that's one of Dennis's establishment. This is not the same establishment that we saw Marlo Hampton go in. He got a whole bunch of spots. He just doesn't have a hot dog spot. This is cocktails and vibes, baby. So, and this is actually, Lauren's mother, which is the woman Porsha's father left her mother for it to be with. And so she's on the show. I would love to see like a younger picture of her and what she looked like when she was younger, and just to figure out. But the way that Miss Diane is kind of, it doesn't seem like she's taking an active role on the show. We don't know what she's doing personally, but it doesn't seem like she's taking an active role, and making sure Porsha is protected, because Porsha is the bag for her family. So they need to make sure the bag is protected and nothing is destroyed, because that's their go-to. That's their gold. That's their gold bar. That's their credit card. That's their cryptocurrency. That's their stocks and bonds right there. It's Portia's bringing all the money and bringing all the heat. You know what I mean? And people can say whatever they want to say about Porsha, but she got a way lot more money, and Porsha would never be poor. Porsha made a name for herself, so she can go do cameos. She can go get gigs here, get gigs there. She could do product placements. She could just sit on her Instagram and get money. Porsha can get money. Portia's not gonna be poor like that. You know what I mean? So Simon may, her relationship with Simon may cripple her a little bit, but at the end of the day, Porsha and her family is gonna be all right, because Porsha is a survivor. Porsha is a hustler. She will hustle out here. We already seen her hustle. We done seen the hustle. We done seen her out here. She would do what she need to do to get to where she need to get, baby. Porsha is a mess out here in these streets. Porsha ain't gonna starve. You think Porsha gonna be broke? You think Porsha gonna be homeless? You think Porsha ain't gonna have no money to feed her daughter? You think Porsha ain't gonna have no money to get her hair done? You think Porsha ain't gonna have property? Porsha is keeping her property in Duluth. You know what I mean? And then she got property in Buckhead too as well. So in any event, she's not selling her home. She moved in with Simon. Simon allegedly is going to cover both mortgages. So therefore, she's in it to win it. And hopefully, if they don't work out and he want to kick her out on the street, she'll be going back to her house, and she won't have to go to a townhouse, and she won't have to beg for Simon to pay any pay up any of the rent because she'll be okay. And I guarantee you her credit is good. I guarantee you Porsha's credit is good, baby. But in any event, we have, Porsha's aunt Darlene and her little cousin Storm. Storm is supposed to be the mini-me Porsha or whatever the case may be. She's trying to get that back too as well. But if she's going to be willing to do what Porsha do to get to where she needs to go, we shall see, baby. And then Porsha's talking about, oh, look at this bra. I got this bra thing, it's pretty. I thought it was pretty and she was shaking it. When I said the other day, I was like, Porsha, she could have covered up when she had this outfit on that you see on the screen. She could have covered up a little bit, but I like Porsha likes to be exposed. She likes to show. She likes it. She likes it to hang out. And so therefore she was like, oh, I'm thinking about taking this to Mexico. And Miss Diane handed her the heels to go with that outfit. So it seems like Miss Diane, she's not cautious with Porsha. I mean, that's what I'm getting, but this is just a TV show. I don't know if she actually sits down and she advised Porsha and she tells Porsha, this is the way that you need to move. This is the things that you need to do. Like, just, teaching her so she could be equipped to deal with things that she not normally would be used to because she hasn't experienced it. And she doesn't have that level of expertise because she hasn't lived long enough either too. But in any event, Miss Diane was, telling her, go ahead, girl, wear this shit. I was like, Lord, what is going on? And then we have, let's get to Mama Gina. Mama Gina don't never like to comb her hair. She don't never like to put no grease, no cocoa butter, no lotion, no water, no spritz, no pink lotion, no nothing. She don't like to use a bond. She don't like to use no bobby pin. She don't like no wash. She don't like no blow. I just don't know. She just shake that mother sucker out and say, hey, I'm here. And Miss Gina got 20 million too. Miss Gina got money too as well, but she don't care how she come out in public. She'll look any way that she want to look. And you know what? Go ahead, Miss Gina, do your thing. But in any event, one thing Dennis McKinley did say when he was talking to, Lauren and Landy, he said the Williams family always talk about healing and healing process, but nothing never gets healed. And it makes sense what he is saying, because I don't think Porsha ever really healed from Dennis. And I don't think she ever healed from a lot of negative things that went on with her. She just kept on moving and not actually embrace healing and moving forward and taking the negative things that happened to her and removing it from her soul, removing it from her spirit. And so she just keeps going. And this is why a bunch of confusion always follow Porsha, but she also got good luck and she get the money. So in any event, we got Miss Gina out here. Miss Gina's basically saying that, she was telling Dennis, her son, because they're out here shopping for crystals. And Miss Gina done said she gonna get some crystals to keep the fakeness away for Porsha. and Mama Diane, Miss Gina's here for it. Miss Gina's here for the smack. She's here for the mess, because you ain't gonna talk about her son. You ain't gonna make her son look bad, even though he was out here swanging it and he keeps swanging it. But in any event, it is what it is. And she basically feels like, you know what? She tells Dennis, like, hey, Dennis, I told, Porsha that, Miss Diane told me that she cheated on you. And then, Dennis is like, for real? Like, when did you tell her that? And so Gina basically saying, yeah, Diane told me, because Diane told me that, oh yeah, something happened between Porsha and Dennis. It happened at something event with this young dude. And I was like, okay, Miss Diane, that's what you're saying right here. And so why didn't you tell your son that this incident actually took place? Like, you would think the way that Miss Gina's all up in Porsha's, business, feeling a certain type of way about Porsha and not liking this about Porsha. And, she basically wasn't really welcoming to Porsha, only when she felt like it. So you think that if she found some information that Porsha was out here cheating, why wouldn't she run and tell her son? She said she didn't tell Dennis because, they was already broken up. It seemed like that's something that Miss Gina would run and go tell Porsha, but she says she didn't. And Dennis is like, how come you didn't come and tell me when as soon as that happened? That's important that you should have told me. But one thing did happen was when Porsha and Dennis, had dinner on the last episode, not Porsha and Dennis, but Porsha and Gina said to Porsha that Miss Diane told her that Porsha was cheating. and that it happened with a time when Dennis and Porsha was on their off and on. So she mentioned that to Porsha, saying that Diane told her that. But then she didn't tell her son. So that makes you think, are you telling the truth, Miss Diane? It doesn't seem like Miss Diane is a liar, but she also probably wants to make sure she defends her son. And so in any event, you guys let me know what you think about that situation. I was like, What's up, Gucci? What's up, the real Miss D? What's up, Cinderella got body? What's up, Denise? What's going on? How y'all doing? What's up, Simmons? How you doing? What's going on? I love you too. Thank you so much. What's up, Momo? Momo's in the building, baby. So, you have that situation. So, I don't know. So, what do you guys think? Do you guys think that part of me think that Miss Diane is telling the truth just because of her background and what she has represented. But then for her not to tell her son this information, maybe she didn't want to hurt Dennis, or maybe she thought it was over. But it seems like she is the type of mother that would run and tell Dennis that, yo, your girl, your baby mama is out here cheating on you, and that's what her mama told me. That seemed like that would be a discussion. And then what makes me think that, okay, maybe she's telling the truth, because why did Miss Diane avoid going on the trip? Like, she wanted to avoid Gina. I would have confronted Gina, like, why you gotta be scared for? Like, yo, you supposed to be out here. Like, no, don't even be saying my daughter was cheating on national TV. You need to confront that, because Porsha got rumors up here and down these streets about her and Simon. So you think Mama Diane, she's eating off the plate too. She's flying in these jets too. She's getting, free passes here and there on the jet, and she's traveling exclusive too with Simon and Porsha. So you think that she would be like, okay, Miss Gina, when did I tell you that? Let's break it down. Let's talk about the date, the time, what was the instant, who was around, what did I say, how did I say it, and let's just get down to it. Because baby, you ain't gonna sit here and lie on my name and lie on my daughter's name when your son was out here cheating on my daughter when she was pregnant. What's up? So is Miss Diane weak? Now, if that's so now we're seeing, characteristics of Diane that Porsha may have: weakness, not able to stand up. And I'm talking about weakness when it comes to men in situations that Porsha may have, because she's not learning from her mother, or maybe her mother can't teach her because her mother don't know how to deal with the situation. Because if that's my daughter, oh no, I'm going to Mexico, I'll be there before you mother effers is there. Because you already know what's going on social media. You have Miss Diane, you have Porsha talking about what's happening on social media. They don't want Simon to post on social media anymore because it's just bringing so much negativity. And you think Miss Diane would be there? Hopefully Miss Diane show up, because Miss Diane, we're gonna need you to show up and defend your daughter, because Miss Gina said it's a fact. Even though her hair is stringy and looking like a mop, she's saying it's a fact that you said that. So baby, are we getting some lying going on? I don't know, but it don't look good. I like to say, Porsha, the optics. So in any event going on with that situation, so Miss Gina, that's how she feel about the situation. And so she's saying it did happen, and Dennis is questioning her, why didn't you say anything? She was like, because it was over. And so then Gina said, and so Dennis jumps into the situation. She goes, you know what, it would be very important for Diane, or grandma, when they say that Dennis cheated on Porsha, but they also include that Porsha cheated on Dennis. And then Dennis got into his confessionals and said Porsha ain't no saint. She cheated when we were still together. So basically Dennis is saying that she cheated when they were still together. And when Miss Diane, not Diane, but Miss Gina and Porsha sat down last week and had their little argument, that's when Diane said that Dennis knows the reason why her and Dennis separated is because Porsha had supposedly cheated on Dennis. And so this is why they had separated. And then she got the confirmation from Diane that Porsha actually cheated. So now you got three people saying you cheated, Porsha, and your mama is hiding. Your mama said that it ain't true. That's a lie. She being lied on. But confront the liar. We want you to confront the liar, Miss Diane. Like, you don't let nobody lie on your daughter, because you already see Gina, she ain't let nobody, they ain't lie on her son. They just brought it up in poor taste when they was having a get-together, a celebration, where the cheating situation shouldn't have been brought up, because they're trying to blend families. So you don't put one down and uplift the other one. You keep them on the same even killed level. That way no one feels out of place, and then for you can move on and be prosperous and bringing your family together. But in any event, Miss Diane, look at Miss Diane hair is laid. Okay, look at Miss Diane's hair. And let's look at Miss Gina's hair. What's going on? Dennis, you know better. So in any event, with this situation going on, Miss Diane is saying that no, that is a lie. I did not say that. That woman is lying on me. That is no way, no how. I never told her nothing like that. Oh, I'm gonna talk to her. And then Porsha was like, yeah. And then Porsha said that her mother was ready to get in it with Miss Gina, but her mother decided not to come on a trip. Like, Lord have mercy, what is going on? Like, what's happening? And so Gina, she purchased her crystals to ward off fake people, and she got one for Porsha and Miss Gina. Porsha and Miss Diane. Miss Gina, you are a mess. How you gonna say on national TV, I'm about to get these crystals to ward off fake people? And she said Diane, and she said Porsha. Baby, what are you trying to blend together? Do you want I don't think she. It's like Miss Gina wants Porsha with Dennis, but then she doesn't at the same time. And that's how she was when she was pregnant. She could have did more to help their relationship too as well. And she coddles Dennis. And what Dennis does, Dennis is a good boy. Dennis is a good son. Dennis handle business. He don't steal from his mother. He don't run off with the money. You know what I mean? He handle his business. So, she taught him well, but at the same time, she doesn't know how to teach him to be with a woman. And that's where somebody else needs to be there, but she needs to be supportive and feel like, how would she want a man to be with her, and how her son should possibly be with a woman if, she thinks that they should be together. But at one point she did, but she was just so negative. And that's not good when a young couple that's very, susceptible to media and they're on TV. So they're going to need all the elders in their family to support them. Young people to stay together, to have a successful marriage and to raise kids, they're going to need their elders to help them around them. You know what I mean? Not to bring confusion. Elders should know not to bring confusion to relationships. They should be trying to protect them, because they're going to have to deal with way much more than the confusion that you're bringing. So in any event, and that's one thing that Miss Diane doesn't do. Miss Diane don't bring confusion. She just don't say nothing. She just sit there and be like, whatever you want to do is what you want to do. She goes, I'm some Miss L. Hey, Jessica Robbins, how you doing? Hey, Gucci. The robe stealing thing was staged for the show. Porsha was just acting her part. She I know. It just seems so trivial too as well. So we have this situation. Miss Gina did put a little bit of mousse in her hair for this particular scene. And then we get to, Porsha's father's side of the family, Liz. Liz said, you know what? I like Miss Gina. And Liz likes Miss Gina because they have a certain type of class. That's what it is, class. Gina has class, but she's also ignorant too as well. So let's just not get that twisted, because she's been ignorant. She's ignorant to come out here with that wig on TV every time we turn around. But in any event, when it comes to Liz, she goes, I like Miss Gina. You know what I'm saying? Like, she's closest to my age. And she said, other than her being close to my age, Simon's is the next one close to my age. I was like, Lord. And I was like, so she called Simon an old ass man. And Mama Liz is 70, and Miss Gina's 60, and Simon allegedly is 57. But if you heard the word out on the street, Simon is 61. You know what I mean? I'm like, Lord have mercy. So in any event, so you have that situation going on. I was like, Liz, you being shady. Liz is definitely being shady about that situation. When she said that, I just started laughing. So Liz is 70, Miss Gina 61, and Simon is 57. I was like, oh man. And so in any event, Porsha lets, Simon know that his mother, Diane, her mother is not going to be coming on the trip. And, they're having a conversation. Porsha's kind of happy about it. And, Simon is chilling. He's chilling. He's getting paid to chill. You know what I mean? And then also boost up his stock. Same thing Dennis is doing, boosting up his stock. And so we got Dennis, basically saying that he's going to come on a trip because he ain't going to leave his mother there, because then he would have to take a flight out there real quick if something happens. So Dennis is basically saying, I'm coming. I can either leave with them now, or I could take a later flight, because if something happened to my mother, I'm going to be on and out there. But him and Lauren really do have a close relationship. He says that she's his sister and things of that nature, but a lot of people say a plot twist. Lauren and Mr. Dennis McKinley, they think that they might have something going, not they have something going on, but there's an attraction there. It could just be they respect one another and they understand one another. But you already know anything can happen in reality TV. Anything can happen out here in these streets. Lauren is keeping an eye on Dennis. She's making sure he's coming. She agrees with everything that he is saying. She is on his side, and she put him in her hotel room. She don't want him with this one and that one while he's out here in Mexico, because she want him to focus. But yeah, Porsha can have him busted wide open and spreading it. Baby. So, it's kind of weird, because sometimes you don't see, this type of relationship, because they're not related, but they do share Porsha and they do share PJ in common. She's the auntie and he's the father, so there's nothing wrong with that. But they really don't show that type of relationship on reality TV, where they're close, where the sister is going with the father, basically going with Dennis' side of the situation. And Dennis, he done took his shirt off. He done let his stomach hang down to the ground. He got a fupa in the back, a fupa in the front, a fupa everywhere. Dennis done got big, baby, but he done lost the weight. And so Lauren said, this is my trip. I'm putting this together. Lauren got a pool. Lauren got everything. He picked her up and threw her in the water. And it's the playfulness and the funness that you see with Lauren and Dennis. And it's the chemistry that they do have that is fun. But let's just hope it's just that, because man, Porsha is going to pull off that gold naked hair. She going to wipe that makeup off, and she going to break you in half, Lauren. If you get with Dennis McKinley, she going to break you in half. Lord, what's up, Norris Tony? She's going to break you in half, baby. That she is. And then Dennis is on the phone trying to get this one, his girlfriend, to come through, or somebody that he's messing with, some skins to come up there to Mexico. But Dennis, you could really just focus on who the hell Simon is and what he's doing and how he's treating, your daughter, and how they interact, and have dinners, and stop worrying about getting some punani when you can get punani anywhere anytime you want to, because you got it like that. Like, let's not get it twisted. Dennis can get it all the time. Like, Dennis is not an ugly man, and he's a very wealthy man as well. So I think Dennis wants to prove that he has an ego. He's a man, that, she's out here doing this, and I'm supposed to just be the sucker while she's getting engaged to a guy that she don't even know, and the guy's already married, and she's doing all this with him, and I'm sitting here, I'm tagging along, but you're getting something out the deal. You're getting product placement, you're getting on TV, and people are going to know who you are even more, because Dennis does a lot of traveling coast to coast, state to state, promoting his products in restaurants and bars, and also in liquor stores as well. So he's getting something out the deal, but it's just like he feels like he has to show us that he's getting women, and women is around him, when he can actually show a whole nother side and just show, I'm here for my daughter PJ, and I need to make sure her mama's okay and PJ's okay, and this guy is not a creep, this guy is not this, and watch and pay attention instead of worrying about getting it in with somebody. Afterwards you can do it, but in any event, his ego is kind of bruised, because he's watching a woman that he was supposed to, that was wearing pajamas in December, but now she's engaged in 2 weeks. So he's feeling a certain type of way. So it's the ego that he's still trying to show us. And so this is where Simon is sitting here talking about, oh yeah, this is like a family reunion, your family's so nice, but at the same time he was like them other people. And so Simon is really not feeling that Dennis is there, you know what I mean? Like, he's talking about he's there for co-parenting, he loves the way that Dennis and Porsha is co-parenting, but he's not really feeling Dennis being there and his mama. But yet you gave a speech to Diane about, letting Gina in, but he's calling in the other people. So you know what? He's another one that can't tell the truth. He's another one that is lost. He's another one that says stuff and don't mean what he say. So it really doesn't make any sense. Now he's feeling a certain type of way, and Porsha got to explain to him, like, they're going to be our family. This is Porsha family. This is before that you was even in the picture, and you're not even a single man right here. And Portia's putting everything on the line to be with a man that's going to sit here and say that other family. No, when it comes down to it, Dennis will probably give his his right arm for Porsha because he's on this show and he's taking and licking. Like, you think Dennis is happy to be on this show with this woman and her fiance when he has a bad reputation, when he's still married to her as they're filming? All these negative things coming out about this man, and then Porsha's running around like she got her head cut off with this man, and she's getting ridiculed, she's getting crucified on social media, and Dennis knows a lot about Porsha's career because Dennis wanted to start a streaming service with Porsha. There's a lot of things he wanted to do with Porsha, and then he's seeing at that point in time the love that Porsha had, and then seeing all the negativity. Like, even when it came to Porsha doing this right here, she was at the People's Choice Awards, and Bravo has their Instagram channel, and Porsha was there, and they were showing Porsha final look, and Porsha was flawless. And then all the comments, this is on Bravo's particular Instagram page, and all the comments was just trashing Porsha and her relationship. So not only so that people are following her around to trash her, and this is what this is what is pissing Dennis off. So Dennis don't even have to be here, but he chose to support her because he got love for Porsha. And it's just Porsha got just make sure Porsha got love for herself. And that's really, that's really the situation with that. I'm just like, Lord have mercy, is about to go down. But Dennis at the same time, he feels like he's eating crow. He feels like he's eating crow because Porsha is rubbing Dennis and is rubbing, Simon in everybody's faces. And it might not be a good look for her brand, and he don't know if she's gonna crash and burn. That's one of the things, but he does care for her. But for Simon to say what he said is just like he's not really there for the co-parenting, because if he was really there for the co-parenting, why would they be considered the other people, Simon? I don't get why would you say that, and especially when you gave Miss Diane a speech. So it is what it is. I was like, and Porsha was like, well, this is why we're here, so they won't be the other people. I was like, He can go on vacation anytime with Porsha. Why does it matter if she's trying to get the co-parenting together? Because he wants the focal point attention to be on him, and he doesn't, and he feels that Dennis is competition, and he also feels bad because remember the second episode of this show, Simon said that he can understand why Dennis is mad at him because he swooped up his whole family, and that's a shot. Like, how you gonna say swoop up somebody's whole family when you're trying to co-parent and make things equal between one another and trying to make peace, but you're sitting here on TV talking about how I swooped up his whole family, and then you go, oh, Dennis is not the kind of person I would hang with, talk to. Like, you are better than him. And why would you feel like you're better than him when you have a bad reputation as well? You may have not cheated on Porsha yet, that has been confirmed, but you have cheated in the past. So it's just double standards. And I think it's a lot of delusions as well. Hot dog belly. Did this guy know he lost it. He lost the hot dog belly. And so we have Dennis. Dennis has to prove to the public that he got girls just because he's feeling a certain type of way. I would be feeling a certain type of way too. But that still shows you there's immaturity all the way around from Porsha, Simon, and Dennis. So Simon talking about, I went to 122 hours of counseling, I'm so much better now. No, because you're still showing imperfection, and you're still showing insecurities where you don't supposed to, because you already been down this road 3 other times and co-parenting, and it's almost like he's trying to be a blockage. And Simon was like, I want respect. No one's disrespecting you. You said that you swooped up and you took his family, and you understand why he would be mad. So that means that you disrespected Dennis first, right? In any event, so we'll just see how this situation gonna pan out. Dennis is out here about to invite one of his stangs, and it would be different if Dennis was in a real relationship, a serious relationship. But Dennis has jump off. So that's a problem. And so now we get to the table, and this is where it gonna get ignorant. They're all sitting at the table like, Lord have mercy. They don't care about acting a fool. Lauren got them pouring Florida water in their hand, clap 3 times, rub it over your third eye. It looked like Simon, I don't know if Simon put the stuff in his hand, but he's looking at everybody like they fools. He's looking at them like they ignorant. He looking at them like, what? And in the event that's happening, that's going on. And so, and this is, the cousin Porsha is going to be mad at, because Porsha found out that Dennis' robe is on a thing. I was like, it's on a plane. And they could have found a better way to make an argument. So that's why it seems like it was the production that did this situation, because in any event, it's too much going on. Like, like, what's happening? What's going on? So Porsha basically said, you know what? I couldn't see anything when I did it, because, I'm blockage. I seen smoke. I seen all this other stuff, because somebody brought Dennis's robe here on a plane, who went to my house and took the robe, and that don't make no sense. And who's going to do that? And Dennis don't want to be here. He don't need to be here. Girl, if Dennis wasn't here, you wouldn't have a damn show. And nobody will probably tune in, because Simon ain't giving us nothing. Simon ain't giving us his family, and your sister and your cousin can only do so much. So we want to know what's going on with Dennis and how Dennis is feeling, and his interaction is making it lit, baby. So in any event, she gonna cuss him out at the table like he's somebody's child, like he's somebody's kid, in front of her new man. Like, Porsha, that really is low down right there. That's ignorant. You can't dog out one man and lift up the other man and think it's gonna be all good. All that shit gonna come and bite you back in the you know what. You don't do that. That's not how you handle it. And then you got Dennis talk about, see, this is what you're gonna have to deal with. And then we find out that Dennis has been going back and forth with Storm. So Porsha, it's not just Porsha that comes with Porsha. You're gonna get some other stuff, but the way that, they shouldn't have took anything out of her house without her permission. But in any event, if you want to make it work and get Dennis on this trip, he's gonna come on a trip anyway. You know what I mean? But for let bygones be bygones. And anything, if Porsha could have showed a little bit more maturity, where as far as, you know what, this man is sitting here at the table. He came at another table. He paid for my Mother's Day dinner, my Mother's Day celebration, and Simon was there. The party bus that we went on, he paid for it, not Simon. So in any event, she could have let that go, but she didn't, and it looked real ignorant. It looked like a nasty Porsha. You know what I mean? And Porsha usually don't look nasty like that. Like, girl, like, fall back, like, have some togetherness, like, hold it in, calm down a little bit. Think about what he sacrificed. What did you sacrifice? You got the man that you want next to you. You got your daughter with you. You got your family with you. They're all your yes man, because that's what your sister Lauren said. They're your yes man. So you could have had a little bit more of compassion and understood why he was there, and that would have been nice. You know what I mean? Hey, Dave Hart, what's going on? This show sucks. It's boring as F. Won't be watching it anymore. Shining Star. What's going on, Dave Hart? I think Miss Diane told Gina that because all of a sudden Miss Diane sick and can't come to that. That's what I was thinking. At first, I was like, come on. Come on. Like, what's going on? Why is she falling back from the situation? So, Porsha goes off, and Portia's feeling a certain type of way, and Portia's yelling, and she was like, this is not fair. You playing games, and why you playing games? You're supposed to be here for a better space for PJ and this and that. But the space that you're creating right now is not a good space, Porsha. What happened to the Florida water you just put in your hands? What happened to the crystals? So what you going to try to tell us, that none of that shit works, and when we know it do work? Like, what's going on, Porsha? So Portia's cussing him out, and she was like, you're supposed to be in this. Like, he's there. Like, you don't even want him to bring any other woman around you. You would rather drag the other woman he bring around you, but yet he's supposed to be very susceptible and very open to your relationship. But yet you mad at him because he got a robe and he got his fur. What you gonna do with it? Sell it, Porsha? What you doing with his stuff? Why is it just sitting there? Like, come on. Like, don't make no sense. That's why. So I'm just like, so Porsha, she becomes very angry, and she was like, you're supposed to be locked in. And Dennis is like, what you mean locked in? And that's when, Lundy, she jumps into the situation and Porsha just yelling and Dennis is just sitting. Dennis is just on the other side like, okay. And he's not having it. It's like he ain't going to be talked to like a child and be disrespected by Porsha while she's sitting next to her new man, making Dennis look like he's a kid, making Dennis look like he's inferior. And we know Dennis ain't none of that. He may be a cheater. He may be a cheater, but he is not inferior at all to anybody sitting at this table, point blank, period. And then you have, Simon sitting there. So she's creating a situation where Simon could jump in and say, hey, listen, Dennis. And then Dennis could say, hey, listen, Simon. And then it could create an altercation. So sometimes you got to be aware when you're arguing with one man and you're sitting next to another man that your behavior can control the whole situation, where it can either go crazy and somebody can get into an altercation, or you can settle things and make it calm and make everybody feel welcome and respectful, especially when you're taking the floor and you yelling and you screaming. So I didn't like that with Porsha. And usually Porsha don't piss me off, and Porsha don't do nothing that really pisses me off or make me mad, or I was just like, Porsha, you doing too much. I can't stand this. Like, why are you looking so ignorant? Why are you yelling and screaming when you're supposed to be there to blend your family, and yet you yelling at this man and saying he ain't here for it, but yet he's sitting there and his mama's sitting there too as well. Your mama ain't even sitting there. Okay, girl? Like, who you yelling at like that? Fall back, Porsha. Know your place and know your role and know what you want. Like, don't cause confusion when there don't need to be no confusion. And you trying to embarrass this man because you sit next to this man? It don't work like that. All that comes back on you in different ways, Porsha. So that really pissed me off at that moment. That was the only time I was like really pissed off when watching the show, because I just didn't like the way Porsha had the good heart. She had the good understanding of what she wanted to do with this family tree, and she just end up just being so ignorant. If anything, don't yell at Dennis. Come at your cousins from taking the stuff. Why did they feel a need to go in your house and take your stuff? Get at your cousin. Get at your sister. Dennis didn't have nothing to do with it. Dennis didn't ask them to get the robe. Dennis didn't ask them to get the, mink or the fur or the Fendi suit. He was just joking with them. She goes, you think it's a joke? It ain't no joke. He wouldn't be there if it was a joke. If he didn't care, he wouldn't be there. So that just made it seem like you doing too much, Porsha. And this man is bending over backwards after he done messed up, and allegedly your mama said that you was out here cheating in the streets too as well. And then Dennis confirmed that you cheated on him, when you guys were in a relationship. So therefore, neither one of you guys are perfect in the situation. But for you to try to belittle that man, that's all gonna come back on you, especially if you need to crawl back to him at one point in time. Because if he want to, him and his mother can say that they want to have joint custody. They want to have 50-50 custody and kick and mess up your whole life. You know what I mean? Make your life tough. Dennis and Gina are not trying to make your life tough at all, especially with this new arrangement that you got going on. So I just really was kind of pissed off with Porsha for acting that way. Like, it was just really ignorant. It was like somebody that, that it was just really ignorant. That's all I'm going to say. It was just really ignorant. Then Dennis said, oh, look at Porsha. Here she go. What you mean locked in? What are you talking about? So now he's getting mad because he don't want to be cracked on. And then he ends up arguing with Storm. And then, Lundy, she jumps in and she's telling Storm to be quiet. Storm, you don't know what you're talking about. Storm, you doing too much. Storm said, yes, I do. And Lundy's basically saying that barbecue was messed up. Nobody on Porsha's side of the family thinks that the way they don't think that anything went wrong at the barbecue. Calling Dennis out, calling him a playboy, saying he likes lots of women and things of that nature. When it is true, but the time, the setting, and everything going on to make him look bad again, and then you're making him look bad here as well, when you don't need to make your ex look bad for your new ex. You know what I mean? But in any event, yes, Dennis did all that. But so when it comes to, Landy basically was like, yo, that barbecue is messed up. So that's why I gave him his stuff. Because why would he want to come on a trip when y'all, praise Simon and you didn't praise, and then you put it, it's like you're putting Dennis down. So we understand where she's coming from. And she just thought it was really rude and disrespectful to do that at the barbecue. And then that's when Storm, she jumps into the situation and she stands up, and it looked like she wants to have an altercation when it comes to, Lundy, like, you don't know what you're talking about. And she's basically saying nothing was wrong at the barbecue because, Storm said that when she seen Simon and she seen Porsha together, like, it was something that she's never seen before. It was this, it was that, it was bliss, it was magical, it show his love and all this other stuff. And now we know why, she probably said that, because her and Dennis have been beefing because she used to work for Dennis. Dennis fired her. So Dennis knew Storm first. He called Storm, mini Porsha. He said he knew her first. He fired her because she's got bad work ethic. She said that he was trying to get with her. And I believe that he was trying to get with her. I believe he was trying to get with her. And she said, I don't do them old dudes. I don't do them ancient dudes. I don't do them old dudes. I don't do them ancient dudes. And that was a shout at Porsha. If you ask me, that was a shot at person. That was a shot at Porsha. That was a shot at Porsha. So basically, she's saying that Dennis was trying to get with her and Blase in the third, and he was flirting with her, and she wasn't hearing it at all. And Dennis said that she went and told Porsha that, and they ended up finding out that she was lying, allegedly. That's what Dennis said. So I was like, okay. So she stands up, and they're looking at her like, girl, you need to sit down. Lundy was like, girl, bye, sit down. And she was like, what are you talking about? There was nothing wrong at the barbecue. I don't know what you saying. And she don't like Dennis. So that's another thing. So she can't be biased. She can't be biased in the situation because she actually chose a side. Her side is Simon. And so therefore she's most likely going to be a hindrance in them, bringing things together. But like I said, to really make it pop, where's Simon's family? I'm saying you need Dennis here. Dennis is here. Dennis don't got to be sitting in this chair. Dennis don't got to be on this show. You know what I mean? If he wasn't, girl, it would be even... he gotta be here, you know what I mean? Oh yes, he wants his cake and he wants to eat it too as well. But I kind of think he's over Porsha. I think he's really worried about his daughter, because Dennis hasn't still, he still want to be out here in these streets, and he's still celebrating himself and his wealth, and he's having fun doing it. And he's still around the people that Porsha said that she doesn't want him around. And if he wanted to be with Porsha, he would have brought that ring back to Porsha when she asked him to do it around Christmas time. And he didn't. She said, if you really want to be with me, bring the ring back and come over here. And he showed up without the ring. So that's when she said, okay, I'm walking away. And he didn't believe her. But if he wanted her and he truly wanted to be with her, he would have did that. And sometimes it takes men, to lose them to another one for them to realize that they can't live without them and they want them back. So, yep, that's pretty much the situation. Yes, Dennis does need his own show, LY, for real. What's up, Date Heart? Thank you guys so much. What's up, Joe Jones? What's going on? Porsha still loves Dennis. That's what it seemed like. She's sitting there. Yeah, you imagine? I couldn't even imagine being with my old man sitting there, my new man next to me, and I'm sitting there having a full-fledged argument with this guy about a robe, about whether he's sincere about being here. My man would have turned around and looked at me like, girl, what are you doing? Like, do you care that much? It seems like Porsha still loves Dennis. A piece of her still loves Dennis. But the hurt and the pain that she went through when she was first pregnant, because this was something, she had a difficult pregnancy, and it was not first time being pregnant, but actually going on with months in her trimester with being pregnant, which she didn't have before. And then for him to do that, it really hit her hard. And then it was a public humiliation, but at the same time people supported her. But then Dennis he wasn't acting like he was real sorry. You know what I mean? It was just like, oh, you still talking about that? Oh, you still, like, he wanted her to get past it. And she went to counseling on TV, but did she actually really get counseling? Like, whatever Lauren's doing and counseling, if Porsha would have did that right after she had her PJ, things would be a lot different for Porsha. But like Dennis said, they always talk about healing, but nothing ever gets healed. And Porsha never did heal from any of that. Okay, girl, coming. Not true. Porsha don't want that man. No connection. But yes, he's been with Simon for over a year now. Porsha still loves Dennis. Okay, let me see what you guys are saying. Tanya Joseph. Dennis loved Porsha, but wait until he start making babies all over Atlanta. He's her. Oh, we shall see. We shall see. We shall see. So if anybody want to jump on the StreamYard to let me know what you think on the episode, what you think about the situation, what you think about Porsha and Dennis, what you think about Miss Diane not showing up to the situation, whether you think Porsha still love Dennis, whether Dennis still love Porsha, whatever, the situation is, what you think about Miss Gina, hairstyles, what you think about, Miss Storm not liking Dennis and saying that Dennis wanted to get with her. You can jump on the StreamYard and tell me what you think. If not, we're gonna call it a night, baby. I'm like, yeah, but Simon is showing who he is, and I don't think he's gonna be too comfortable with Dennis around too much. It's gonna have to really be like, it's going to really have to please him where he's going to really feel comfortable with the situation. But the situation could go left because Dennis can ask for full custody, but Dennis is too much out here in these streets. And it seems like Dennis kind of trusts Simon with his daughter. So, like you said, it's been like a year. I don't even know why, girl. I don't know. Wow, you got to go back to the other video. People put on the comments why they think the rating's low. It's a whole bunch of Dennis makes good TV. Haven't watched it yet, but love listening. What all you have to say? Oh, thank you so much, Miss Smith. I appreciate that. She don't want Dennis to date nobody. She don't want Dennis to bring nobody around. But I think if he had somebody serious, that would be different. But the problem is Dennis has jump offs, and like her type of celebrity that she is, he brings a girl that he's just, having one night stands here and there, or 2 night stands, 3 night stands, 4 night stands, and you bring him around the daughter, you bring around her family. If that person doesn't mean anything to you, how do I grow to get to know that person if this is someone that doesn't mean anything to you? So, why should I give them the time of the day when you don't even really give them the time of the day? Only time you give them the time is when you're trying to jump in the sack with them. So I don't want that person around me. Like, the relationship I have with Simon is something I'm trying to build, and I'm engaged to the man, even though it's quick, fast, in a hurry. But so I think that's the situation with that. And I would be very weary of, Dennis bringing strange women or women that he's not really with or he really know, and they just have a physical relationship into my home, because people will quickly make a video about you or try to do an interview like, oh, you see me on TV. I know Porsha. Let me tell you what I see. Oh my God. When I went in our house, I seen a mouse. I see some dirt places. People will be up and down these streets doing interviews about you. So you have to be very careful who you let into your circle. And it seems like Dennis doesn't have anybody yet. So we shall see. But I think Dennis has been dating somebody for a year. I think he has, but I can't prove it. I haven't seen him with this particular person, but, everyone's saying that it's just a video vixen, or it's just one of these IG models that he's with that does, the product placement for his liquor. So we shall see. No, Coco. It's still the same time. It's still 8 o'clock. Comes on at 8 o'clock. 8 o'clock on the dot. I'm in my drop truck cruising the streets. Oh, yeah. Let me stop. But too soon, too early to bring your child around your child. Women just into relationships too fast. Yeah. Too soon, too early to bring your child around sometimes it's very too soon, because you really have to find out what type of person you have in your life. And then you don't want your kids to be exposed to so many different people, But thank you guys so much for coming through. Please like, comment, subscribe, share the video. It'll be greatly appreciated from the bottom of my heart. My peeps, my peoples, Peep Squad is in the building. Thank you. Please like, comment, subscribe, share the video. Thank you guys so much. You guys have a blessed, peaceful, wonderful night. Thank you.